Hello YouTube and welcome to the beginner's guide of how to play jungle. So I'm gonna make this in a very easy way, and I would just recommend to follow all the steps I explain here one by one and then apply it in your games. You will learn the game, you will play in higher quality games, means a little bit higher elo than you currently are, and then you will get better faster and you also enjoy the game more. Have fun.
My blade is yours.
The first thing I would recommend you to do is find a champion. I would highly recommend Nocturne. It is the best champion to start from scratch because you can learn the jungle basics, when to gank, when to farm, the easiest, which is also for beginners the most important. If you're looking for other champions or you don't like a Mumu, what you're gonna see in this, you don't like Nocturne, what you're gonna see in this video, then I would recommend, as you already know now, a Mumu. Then Dr. Mundo is really nice to learn the game from. And then there are champions like Shyvana because she's just straight up tanky, also very nice to pick up the game with. And there are some more. Diana is pretty beginner friendly, but it gets a little bit more complicated. Same with Master Yi. Those two I would only recommend if you feel really, if you just like the champion a lot, and they are still very beginner friendly, but a little bit more complex. And those are really beginner friendly, very easy. I think a Nocturne is the easiest. Then I would say a Mumu, then Shyvana, and then Dr. Mundo, a little bit more complex because you need to understand items a bit, but that's about it. So now the next thing is I'm gonna explain some steps you should follow throughout all your games. Okay, now a very interesting thing to acknowledge here, that you climb by repeating the same good things over and over again. So you need to be very efficient and effective in your clear. Step number one, here's an M. So here, number one, efficiency is the only thing you focus on. Doing the same good thing every single game. Okay, that's the consistency aspect. And now, for example, would be already the build here. Okay, then this is 2.1, okay? So let's talk about the build. Very easy. So what I want you to do, there's a lot of build paths for Nocturne, a lot of. But because you're a beginner, you're gonna follow only this one. Means you're gonna go Stripe Breaker as first item every game. You're gonna have different runes where you get your boots anyways, okay? So what happens is you buy Stripe Breaker, then you get the boots, which you're gonna see in a second which kind of I take, the free boots, and then you just take, if the enemies have a lot of CC or damage from AP, you get mercs. If they have damage from AD, you go steel caps, and if they don't have any decent damage from AD or AP, you can also go Ionian boots, and that's it. You can, all of these are always fine, okay? The next item, let's say you go mercs because enemies are very AP heavy, then you go hexblade every game, okay? You do this every game. Every game is the exact same. Try to, that's the thing what I tried to explain here, okay? And then you either go frozen heart if the enemies are heavy AD, or you go spirit visage if the enemies are heavy AP. And then after that, you go again Frozen Heart, and that's the best Nocturne full build, okay? That's all you need to know. Last item, there's a lot of options. You can go GA, you can go Black Cleaver, you can go whatever, Death Stance, Starax, whatever you think is good in your specific game. You can also check again, as I always do it in LoL Analytics, on what is the highest win rate for that. But this is a basic build that 100% always works. Next thing is you try, and we will get to that in the game then, to have a consistent clear, means always the same way. Chickens into Crux, into Red Buff, into topside camps. I will explain this in the game, okay? Then one more thing with the ultimate ability, the combo, on Nocturne's abilities in general. His Q, you shoot an ability. If it hits an enemy, it will follow the enemy. Basically, if the enemy walks, the ability will follow. It deals some damage, and you get movement speed in that ability. His W gives him attack speed. That's it. And if he blocks an ability, he gets even more attack speed. And the ability doesn't hit Nocturne, so he can block an ability with his W. His ear is basically like a chain on the enemy, which then fears them after, what is it? 2 seconds, it's popping the fear for 1.25 seconds. So 2 seconds, if you stay in that radius and don't get out, it's gonna fear the enemies. And the ult, you're just gonna see, you hover over it, and then you see on the minimap how long the range is. And then you can jump on the enemies. And now for the Nocturne combo, a little bit more advanced. A lot of people do ult into Q. That's a mistake, because as you can see, my Q is flying while on the position where I start using my Q. And then the enemies have the chance to sidestep it. So what you're gonna do for now on is, I will show you, you ult into E into Strike Breaker. That's the first thing you do. And then you're just gonna spam auto attacks. And when the enemy is feared, then you're gonna use your Q because it hits at a 100%. So you ult into E Strike Breaker auto attacks. Now it's feared, and now you use your Q because it hits at a 100% rate. Otherwise, it does not hit at a 100% rate. Okay, these are all the things you need to know in your game. So we talked about it now for 5 minutes. You know everything. Everything else is not important until Diamond Elo. This is what you copy paste every game. And now let's get into the game and showcase how it looks in an actual game. Have fun with it. Take care, guys. Okay, we take the blue jungle pet. Here are my runes. You can see them clearly. I always want to have magical footwear and cosmic insight for consistency reasons. And we're gonna, in this game now, play on an extreme basic level. On that, like, you will see how easy I'm gonna play this game. I don't care about anything about the map. I will ignore everything to make it look as easy as possible, of course. You see that it's already going terrible, already going downhill. For most players that are complaining, this is exactly the start, right? So it's perfect. So the first thing we do is we always start chickens. We started with Q, and the second ability is always gonna be W, because it gives us the 30% attack speed, and we wanna secure that 100%. Okay? So we stand here and Q towards this direction, because otherwise the enemies will see that we Q over the wall. We do Q auto attack on the spawn, and we just attack the big one. Our passive, where we do AoE damage on our auto attack, will be killing the enemies. We walk away. Now the Q is not against over the wall, so they don't see us. We kite the camps for efficiency reasons. Take the W. We Q when both of them get hit, and we again only attack the big one. So far everything is simple and basic, okay? You can copy paste that 100%. Now we wait, so our passive kills everyone. So I waited a very tiny bit with my next auto attack. Now I attack the red buff. Okay, will not get easier than that. That's also why I like Nocturne so much, because you can explain the basics so well with him, right? So you start to kite, you need to learn in the practice tool how to kite properly, when to walk, when to make the red buff walk towards you while still being able to do the auto attacks. If we don't get invaded, I don't think a Shyvana will invade us. You can also take E, you can also get Q when you get invaded. Like the next thing you do is just take your wolves. Completely fine. Okay? I still intentionally lock my camera now on myself. So I'm not even gonna look on the minimap anymore. Usually I use my F keys, I look at the wave states, I consider when there's a good gank pathing, I look at the enemy jungle tracking. There's so many fundamentals I take care of, right? But now I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna do camp after camp. Look mid lane, a lot of action going on. You see it on the minimap, but I don't look at it even. Because I want this to be as basic as possible. We do not look at the waves, we don't look at the exact situations, but we just look at the minimap. Oh, okay. We see Bard is now moving. Okay. Can we take this scuttle? Maybe. If Shyvana is there, I will respect it, because enemies are stronger top lane and mid lane. We see Shyvana top side. Okay. Very simple. And now what you do, you just see if you find a mid lane gank. You probably don't find it. Completely fine. Okay, next. She has 24 CS, you use Q for movement speed. See, top skull is still up. We have an advantage. Why? Because Shyvana is half HP. We smite this, we Q at her. We get movement speed from the scuttle. We press E. We just do auto attacks, right? We Q when the enemy is feared. We flash after them. Should be dead. Now we Q on the enemies from Fog of War, so they don't see us right now. We press reset because we won't be able to reach him in time. Maybe Yon kills him, but we don't reach it. Now we buy our first item, which is gonna be here, Tiamat. Now it clears even faster. Strikebreaker every game. But I think of the Domination rune buff, I think it's very nice. Also on Nocturne you can also take Domination with Ultimate Hunter, but I would always recommend for beginners this, because there's nothing you can do wrong. And this first item, you should always buy your first power spike and not boots anyways. That would be a mistake. Okay, we use Tiamat to clear these last minions. Now we walk again to the chickens. We lock our camera again. Okay, you shouldn't be locking your camera. You should learn to use your camera to look at the wave sets, to look at jungle tracking, to take care where Shyvana is. But I will just show you in basic terms how to play it if you struggle with that as well, okay? So, last auto attack, dead. We see Grubby spawn in 40. We see Dragon is up, okay? Now what do we want to play for? Grubs are way more important. Keep in mind this is silver gold elo. So this is around 50% of the best players. The thing is, most people below that, like even after that, like until Emerald elo, I think you don't need to do anything specifically good, because you already outcompete. Now we have ults. Do we go for a gank? Okay, you already outcompete like so easily. You see? Oh, we're gonna ult on the target we can kill the easiest, which is here Bard, right? We wait with using our Q. Perfectly done. He still dodged it because he used exhaust and flash. Completely fine. We got what we wanted. We got our ult for flash and exhaust, and there was a chance we kill him. If he didn't flash, we would have queued after our fear. We kill him. Now we do the dragon for a very simple reason, because we are stronger bot lane, because Bard just used his stuff. So even if Shyvana tries to fight this dragon, she probably cannot. We want to play grubbies in general. The problem I have to face here is that we're not stronger top lane, right? We smite it. Okay, they try to stop us, completely fine. We just engage on them until they use their portal to get out. And now we take Scuttle, and then we want to reset again because we want to take our camps. All of these things don't matter. I could not care less. We reset. Okay, maybe we need to cancel our reset depending on what Veigar does. We do not. We see Shyvana, you saw the minimap, the plan she used. So we now know also she's in our topside camps. But we know our topside camps respawn time. You see, nothing is up. Next camp is Crux that's gonna spawn. So I'm gonna walk towards those Crux. Now they spawned. Rapper spawns in 11 seconds, so it's not up right now. If she counter jungles me, she has to be on my Crux now. Boom, there we go. She's not level 6. I'm gonna ping, use my communication. If Yon follows, we get a free kill. If he doesn't follow, we also respect it. We walk at her, use our E first, so we know she has no flash because she used flash when I used flash. We wait with our Q until the fear pops, and now I don't think we win this, so I just try to run out. Yeah, I don't even use my W on his. Completely fine. We use our Q for movement speed. Very basic, right? I want to mention here, if I was focused, could have very easily gotten a double kill there. I play it differently. Mechanically, I eat a chase. I know I can have enough damage for Shyvana to be lethal. I kite it better. I play it faster. But all of these things don't matter. As you can see, I'm doing intentionally a lot of mistakes, and it's completely fine. Because I do how to jungle correctly is exactly like that. Okay? We want to reset when we have 1000 gold, so we have our first power spike. Why do we not follow the portal with W? That wouldn't do anything because we don't have E, and we would just waste our own time. Again, you climb in lower elo just by being efficient. That's all you have to do. It's not, you can complain all the way. If you do two things. First of all, you stop blaming and you start taking full ownership and responsibility. And secondly, you become more efficient. These two steps and boom, you're already platinum. Minimum, right? Like, no matter even if you're 60 years old, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. That's how you play the game. That's it. If you understand it, it's easy, right? It's like a card game. Once you understand some basics from cards, you repeat it and you win. Like, no more. There's not more than that, right? Okay, we see our Crux spawn in 20. We full clear now 3 times. We are 2-0. We are 3 levels ahead, 30 CS ahead. We are completely, extremely, and hardcore out competing the enemy jungle. review it again. I didn't do anything. I just full cleared into, oh, there's a kill, nice. Like I use my ult. You see, I'm standing still on the camp until it spawns. Okay, can we kill this chase? I could kill him right now, sure. Do we do it? No, because Yon is not here. Now Yon is here. Now we can do it because now we are outnumbering him. Fear popped. Now we press Q. Okay, always wait until the fear popped. Was that hard? And now what could have happened? We saw Bard. We see that Shyvana's not here. Even if Shyvana was there fighting us, we would just straight up kill her, no? Well, she gets the top scuttle here. Okay, completely fine. We want to get grubbies now. You see they spawn in 20. Our chickens spawn in 14. So we stand still right now. We could also just reset and get Ionian. Again, there's a lot of ways to be improving my gameplay right now. But all of these things don't matter until like Platinum Elo. We again stand on the wall, doing the same thing as in the beginning over and over. We see Shyvana's bot lane. So we can take grubbies. I ping it. Go grubs. I'm pretending to be completely stupid at this point, no? Like, we take grubs because Shyvana's bot. We see dragon spawns in 40. Do we want to fight this? I mean, yeah, for sure. We are ahead of them. So we fight it. Fight Drake in 40 seconds. Yeah, block the damage from Vega. Oh, that's actually scary. I think I need to get out of here. Maybe I need to flash to get out. But I'm gonna use my flash only if I need it. Okay, nice. I don't need to flash out. We get a kill here. Beautiful. I want to reset. I don't want to keep fighting. I don't want to keep chasing that because that's a waste of time. And we have... or we want to be in time for the dragon. Now we buy mercs, as I explained it. Very simple. Next item, Hexblade. So we buy closer to Hexblade. And now the next step is... Wolves into Grump, because biggest fundamental is taking your camps first, and I'm gonna try to teach this to you. See, your top side is gone, your bot side is up, so we take bot side first. After we've taken these camps, we are still ahead from the enemy jungle. We're still out competing. Use our strike break as well every 10 seconds, it's just a little bit more damage. Now we can see if we want to ult bot lane. You see, counter ganking is always something we want to do with Nocturne, especially with our ult up, right? So we walk closer to that play. Let's see what happens. Okay, I can ult. Do I ult this? Do I ult this? Do I kill them? Oh, yes, I ult. Severe? Okay. I go onto her. Okay, I attack them. Press my W randomly. Was also terrible. I still kill them because of my Q movement speed, right? I throw one more Q. If that hits, I kill her. If not, then okay, then also respect it, right? If you don't think you beat that, you don't need to press ult. It's also okay, right? It would have been 10 times smarter to ult earlier. And again, if I play this better, if I improve my gameplay, again, taking responsibility. If we lose this game, I'm the problem because I didn't play well enough. Even if my Young goes 1 in 10, I am the problem because I didn't play well enough. Because I could have played this play better. And if I play this better, I will get a triple kill. And with that, I will snowball and win. So always take responsibility. What could I have done? What could I have done? There are plenty of things I could have done, right? Regardless, I played this really good, better than my competitor, so there is a decent chance that I will be winning this game. We don't need to sweep or we don't need to fight, because now, another beginner's tip. You're fighting here for nothing. Dragon is gone, your bot side is gone. Just go to your top side camps. Because whilst you're fighting and wasting time, the enemy chase gets more ahead, Yon gets more ahead, so you will be behind on the average in comparison to the enemies. It's much harder in my games, 100%, and I totally respect it. But I have to say that the reason it's most likely harder is because everything I explained, you're not doing it. Like, I can go next Nocturne game, it looks the same. I can go next Nocturne game, it looks the same. Because, and as I said, I'm not playing on high challenger level right now. I'm making millions of mistakes. I could coach myself in so many ways, but that's not the point here. The point here is just that if you do what I said, full clear, very quickly, and not stupidly, you will be ahead of your competitor, the Shyvana. You see, I'm the Shyvana 04 with 80 CS. I'm 120 CS, so I'm better than her, right? And if I do that every game, I will climb. What do? We cleared our camps. Now I'm lost, right? Because what do we do after we cleared our camps? And that's the big tip, again, you know this already, if you watch me a lot, you go with your team. So I'm just gonna walk towards the echo. I did my job of clearing. That's beginner friendly so far. I walk towards the echo. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't even watch, right? But I did my job. So now I walk towards him. They push. Okay, I push too. Like, I don't even need a brain at this point. Right? And I'm outsmarting the enemies, right? Oh, they're pushing. Okay, I push too. But I'm standing next to them. You want to get this tower, Zyra? Sure. What are we going to do next? What do we do next? Reset? Okay, I reset too. But I don't have a good item, right? I don't have anything to buy, so I'm going to stay. And now I do my job again. I did clear my camps. I see if enemy camps are clearable. Okay, that's gone. Blue buff is up, so I take blue buff. Now I counter jungle already. Another successful thing. I use my abilities. We see Shyvana's about to come. And we're just gonna disengage. Okay, now I go to my chickens. My job is again to clear. Biggest basics, enemies are dead. You could easily do Herald. You could also easily kill the chase. But I'm gonna reset because I have my power spike, right? And my second item. With that, I'm also gonna buy a control ward. And now I walk with my Q extra movement speed towards my team again because all my camps are down. I really want to go towards Herald, but I'm only gonna do it if my team will do it with me. So, we take the Herald. You can W the charge too, by the way. Okay, now we got the Herald. What are we gonna do next? We smite it, so enemies can't steal it. We again walk with our team, no? Exactly what I explained, because our camps are not really up. Like, you can take Wolves and Grump, but that's a pretty far distance, no? Oh, she hit her ability, so I engage with my ult. I use my abilities. I Q. I walk closer. I use my Herald. Why? Because we are more people and we can just outnumber them, no? Like, now we take Herald. Herald walks closer. We have all the pushes, so we're getting so many resources. Very well blocked from Bard. I didn't even know what Bard ult does. Like, I would just imagine myself if I was in the struggle position. Oh, now there are 4 enemies, so we walk out. Get out, get out, get out. The enemies are 4. We are free. Right? Can I help this Caitlyn still? But I really don't want to fight. I'm just gonna Strike Breaker. Try to help the Caitlyn. I need to get... I could easily kill them all, by the way. Easily. But I'm not gonna do so. I try to run out. Okay? It's a 2v2. I'm gonna try to get out. Now Yone is TPing. Now Yone is here too. Nice. Perfect. Now we outnumber them. Now the enemies are all dead. Now we can take Dragon, no? Then we have Soul Point. We have 3 Grubbies. We have 5 towers. We are 8 and 0. We are 3 levels ahead. We're in a perfect position. And then we are in the snowball. 25. Most happy I've ever been. Okay, now we go as we see. Do they have a lot of AP or 80? 80. And the APs are not really fed. Shyvana has Trinity, so that's also 80, right? So we go, as I explained it, Frozen Heart. Frozen Heart. Now we Q and walk towards my team. Ah, beautiful, isn't it? Okay, we want to ult if we just ult on her because we're outnumbering her. Strike Breaker E. We wait with the fear. And after the fear pops, we use our Q again. My team kills her. Okay, fantastic. We got our flash too. So we're gonna take Rat Buff into chickens in this position. And then we did, okay, you see Zyra dies and we should also help her, and it's terrible to not help her, but we do our camps because that's our job and we don't fall into a stupid trap. We could take our bot set, but this is just a little bit more advanced tip here, not for beginners, a little bit more advanced. In the late mid game, you just clear one side of the map and then you fight with your team. And then maybe later you clear the other side, because if I take my bot side now and they are fighting, I'm not participating and it could lead out to a terrible outcome, right? If I was there, the enemies would be dead by now, right? So that's why I don't take my bot side camps, okay? Let's go. So we want to fight Atakan? Sure. I imagine myself without a brain. I take Atakan because Yone takes Atakan. We are outnumbering them, there's no enemy, so I just... attack. I smite it. Nice. So enemies can't take it. And now I take the flowers. Get extra XP. Oh, my team died? Oh, why did they die, guys? What do you think? Because we were not playing with them. So it's our mistake. What else could we have done better? We could have communicated it better. We could have pinged them away. We could have told them to play together. We could have maybe followed them. Like, there's a lot of things, but taking the other can is here correct. We should have just pinged them, and if they run down, it's fine. Now I'm gonna ult on the Severe because I'm so far ahead that I will win that easily. We also know she has no flash. Notice when I use my Q, after my fear pops again, we're gonna try to kill more. We're just gonna Q at him because we don't get in range. We E and just straight up attack him. We use W when he uses his Q. We can also use W when we think he uses his Q. Now he's dead. We don't want to take the mid lane wave away from our Caitlyn because that would just... You don't want to take the gold away from your carries. She is the real carry. I'm a win condition because I'm so fat, right? But she's the real carry. We also have frozen hard on our reset. So we want to go for a reset, but then my team is so far up while I'm in base. So I'm gonna stay, even though I want to reset, until we are all resetting, and then we have the same reset timer. And with that, we are then again outnumbering them. You see, now again we are outnumbering them. They can't even attack me. I'm standing still. They can't even attack me, right? Okay, we're getting out. I could E her, I could W, I could stripe her, I could kill her, I could do whatever. But I'm just gonna play with my team. Now we want to reset. Back? Question mark? Do we go back? I don't know. Maybe you tell me. But we are outnumbering them, so I can stay there with confidence. Do we reset? Yeah. As long as we are even numbers, I'm chilling, okay? I'm chilling. If you're getting outnumbered, then I'm gonna be a peace out. I'm chilling. I'm still let my team decide. Yeah, still let my team decide. We're even numbers still. We can easily win this because we're even numbers in the head, right? Okay, Caitlyn gets out. Okay, I go out too then. Sure, why not? She goes back in. Okay, sure, we go back in. Like now you could reset, ping them away. That would be the best to do. But for beginners that don't understand the game at all, this is what you do. You stay with your team as long as you're numbering them, okay? Trust me, you will climb instantly a minimum to gold. If you do this simple thing. But most people don't do that, and then they say, yeah, but I do it. Do you really do it? Do you really do it? Think about it. Oh, my team is ending? Okay, we end. Okay, why not? W the ability. Like, I didn't even need the sides to end. I just managed to be here, okay? GG. Okay, this was silver gold game. Now good luck in your games, guys.